The gates of the memories we shared will never close. Deep in my heart, your life is kept, loved, and cherished, and not to forget. No more deep in my heart, your life is kept, loved, and cherished, not forget. No more tomorrows we can share, but yesterdays will always be there. I miss you more than anybody knows. Rest, dear my cousin. With peace in mind, your memories will always live on through. God has you in his arms, I have you in my heart, where you'll always stay until we meet again someday. I love you, your cousin, Edward Gitau Isa.
Thank you. And Wambui, I will read Eunice Kimeria's tribute. Kimeria's tribute.
God is good, and all the time. I'll be reading Eunice Kimeria's tribute, my dearest sister, Lucy. I call you my sister because you are always more than a friend to me. I find it hard to summarize the chapters of life we had together. After we met, you quickly named me Uni. In my book called Life, I don't think there's a chapter that you don't feature. You were always there, various functions, our kikaos, calls every day. You had the greatest skill of putting people together. I remember when Brandon started racing and he wanted to progress to championships. My family and I were quickly incorporated. You titled me marketing manager, and champers were always diarized. You always reminded me in advance. The only one I missed was Meru this year. The drama, I never had the end of it. We had started planning your birthday this year, and you had wanted it to be in Kisumu. I'm at loss because who will do life with me? Who will be my mirror? They say grief eventually fades, but those sayings are of little comfort when you are living through sad days. But guess what? All our great memories keep me strong and going. God knows I wasn't ready or even prepared to say goodbye to you. With so many questions and no answers, I take heart, my dear, knowing that you had a great life, your family meant the world to you, and were at the center of everything you did. Our life of the party and stylishing late, saying, Bora nimefika. Rest easy, Lucy. Everyone remembers how you touched their lives by being you. Now, as you start your new chapter, may you rest now. You gave your all to life. Your memory is my keepsake, with which I will never part. God has you in his keeping. We have you well carved in our hearts. Love always, Eunice Kimeria. Thank you.
Thank you. So let me request Joe Morage to move the vote of thanks and do some few announcements.
Before I speak, there was a tribute from Brian. He requested that a song be played. We can have 1 minute of that as we reflect. Perhaps you can stream the photographs while the song plays.
We miss your presence. Can't believe you're in heaven now. Knowing you was a blessing. The pain we feel, now you're in the clouds. Everything keeps on changing. All the heartache we're facing now. When the sun shines, we know you're looking down. I see your smile, I hear your voice. The times we shared, can't believe you're gone. I miss the laughs, I miss the past. I wanna miss the love we had. Now you're an angel. Wish I could have saved you. You're in the sky right now. I can see you waving. I can see you dancing. Behind the stars you are flying. When it rains, we know it's your tears that are crying. We miss the photos. Rest in peace on our bedroom wall. See you every time the wind blows. You were always the bravest soul. Now our hearts keep on bleeding every time we hear your name. Losing you so young, life will never be the same. I see your smile, I hear your voice, the times we shared, can't believe you're gone. I miss the laughs, I miss the past, I'm gonna miss the love we had. Now you're an angel, wish I could have saved you. You're in the sky right now, I can see you waving, I can see you dancing. Behind the stars you are flying. When it rains, you know it's your tears that are crying. You were my soulmate, you were my best friend. I can't believe I won't get the chance to see you again. You were always there by my side. All the devastation that I'm trying to hide. You're so damn special, so lovely and gentle. Such a shame you lost the battle, and now you're in hell.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin with a vote of thanks, I would like to acknowledge certain people who arrived after we had gotten done with the speeches. We want to acknowledge the Managing Director of ABC Bank, Mr. Shamash. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Shamash is a supporter of Mr. Francis Nganga Mundia and his businesses. We also want to acknowledge Mr. Ngatia, who is representing the East Africa Chamber of Commerce. We want to acknowledge the presence of Governor Kabogo. If you can stand up and wave to the people. We also want to acknowledge the presence of Senator Millicent Omanga. You can stand up and wave to the people. And any other politician who is here today who, because of how we are sat, our Honorable Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua did not acknowledge, kindly take this as an acknowledgement, all protocols observed. Before I give my vote of thanks, there was a brief message from Governor Sonko, who is representing Mr. Francis Nganga Mundia's friends. Right? The governor wears very many hats, but today he is here to represent the friends of Mr. Mundia, and he is going to give us a message of encouragement. Governor Sonko, kindly.
Thank you. God is good, and all the time. Santeni Deglaji, our former Deputy President Riggy G, former governors present, leaders, wananchi nyote hamujambo. Mimi nitaheshimu Deglaji vile wamesema kuwa tutaheshimu familia, hatuleta siasa kwa mkutano. Na wacha nianze na familia ya Francis, rafiki yangu wa miaka mingi sana. Kwa niaba ya marafiki zako wote, kwa niaba ya familia zetu, familia za marafiki zetu, tunatakia nyinyi nyote. Wewe Nganga unaongoza hii family, Brian, Brandon na wengine wote na familia. Tunawatakia Mungu awapatie nguvu huu wakati mgumu ambao mnapitia. Hamuko peke yenu, hata sisi, kwa sababu ya rafiki wetu Lucy amekuwa rafiki yetu pia wa karibu, familia zetu. Kwa hivyo naomba Mwenyezi Mungu aiweke roho ya dada yetu Lucy mahali pema peponi. Na ningependa kusifu Father yule alitupatia sermon ya leo, words of wisdom. Na nimekuwa nikiongea hii mambo mara mingi hata mbele ya Riggy G tukiwa Ukambani na kila mahali. Kifo cha huyu dada yetu ambaye analala hapa chini ni ishara kubwa kuwa kila mmoja wetu atakufa. Ninyi nyote mmekaa hapa, mtakufa. Sisi sote ni maiti watarajiwa. Tulikuwa na mzee hayati Jomo Kenyatta, alikufa. Mzee Moi akafa. Mwai Kibaki akafa. Retired president wetu atakufa. Current president Ruto atakufa. Riggy G utakufa. Mimi nitakufa. Waititu utakufa. Kabogo utakufa. Kila mtu hapa atakufa. Hiyo ndio sermon ambayo pastor alisema sote sisi ni wapita njia kwa hii dunia. Tutamfuata dada yetu na wale wametutangulia. Kwa hivyo tunapokaa kwa hii dunia, tufikirie kufanyana mambo mema, mambo mazuri. Na Father ulisema tusiongee mambo mingi kuhusu Francis, but nitaongea kwa niaba ya marafiki wale wako hapa. Francis mimi nilijuana na yeye kutoka mwaka wa 1999. Na kwa ufupi tu kidogo, nakumbuka sisi tulianza biashara na yeye mwaka wa 2001. Akiwa na showroom ndogo pale Murang'a Road. Nilikuwa nimeenda hapo Murang'a Road, opposite kulikuwa na yard inaitwa Gashewa Motors. Tuko na rafiki mmoja yetu hapa anaitwa Njau. Alikuwa manager wa pale. So wakati Mungu alinibariki nilienda pale kununua magari kadhaa. Siku inayofuata nilikuwa natafuta magari kubwa kubwa, Mercedes, Land Cruiser za hiyo wakati. So nikaenda kwa rafiki yangu Francis Ng'ang'a. Nikataka kununua Mercedes na Land Cruiser. Nilikuwa nimevaa short na slippers. Kamwambia Ng'ang'a nataka hizi magari. Ng'ang'a kaniambia wewe uko na kinyasa, enda ulete baba yako. Ama yule amekutuma, hatutaki ubroka hapa. Tukavurugana kidogo nikaenda Buruburu. Jioni Njao akakuja kauliza Ng'ang'a, yule jamaa naona mmevurugana alikuwa anataka nini? Ananiambia huyo ako na slippers, kwa nini huyo anataka kununua magari zangu? Nikamwambia enda leta baba yake. Njao akamwambia hapana, huyo ndio Sonko wa Buruburu. Ng'ang'a akasema Sonko wa Buruburu. So Ng'ang'a akakuja usiku nyumbani kwangu akaniambia pole, chukua hizi magari, wewe utakuja kulipa kesho. So kesho nikafuata Ng'ang'a, tukakuwa marafiki, akaniuzia magari, urafiki wetu kaanzia hapo. After miaka mingi nakumbuka wakati mmoja former late president Daniel Arap Moi akapata accident pale junction ya Machakos. Akaroll na Range Rover. So ile Range Rover baada ilipotengenezwa Ng'ang'a akapewa iuze. Akanitia, niko na gari ya Moi hapa, unaitaka? Kwambia yes. Niko na chapa mbaya sana. Nikaenda Ng'ang'a akaniuzia Range Rover ya Moi, nikanunua. Akanipeleka kwa huyu rais wetu wa sasa, ndio logbook ilikuwa na jina lake. Kwa sababu yeye alikuwa anafanya biashara zote za Rais Moi. Tukamlipa, nikachukua gari ambayo niko nayo paka leo through Ng'ang'a. Kwa hivyo rafiki wetu umekuwa miaka mingi. Huyu marehemu Lucy na bibi yangu na watoto wangu walikuwa marafiki wa karibu, na hawa kina Brian. Kila holiday mama alikuwa na biashara yake pale North Coast, mkawa inaitwa Salama Beach. Walikuwa kila holiday wanakulia pale. Ng'ang'a naye alikuwa South Coast, amenunua pale Shelly Beach. So we were very close, very tight na hii familia. Kwa hivyo hata sisi tumewachwa na Lucy. Na ile area Lucy mahali wamenunua nyumba na Ng'ang'a Shelly Beach, Likoni constituency, amekaa na majirani wake vizuri sana. Watu msherekea utadhani yeye ni politician. Na nakumbuka wakati nilifurushwa hapa Nairobi na former president na siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya, niliambiwa wewe enda Mombasa, Nairobi hatukutaki. So nikajaribu siasa yangu Mombasa, nikaona inaingiana. Huyu Lucy huyu mnamwona amelala hapa, Mwenyezi Mungu wake roho yake malipema peponi, alinimobilizia wananchi wa Likoni, majirani zake, crowd kubwa sana.
akawa anajaribu kuniombea kura. Lakini sababu ya siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya, kuregeshana chini, nilipokuwa cleared na 3 bench Mombasa nisimame kama governor, then kesho yake mbio Supreme Court akasema hapana, tunataka kusikiza kesi yako. Kesi ya mawakili zaidi ya 14 kushinda ile Riggy G. Wakasema itasikizwa na siku moja, judgment iandikwe na siku moja. By the time tunaitwa kotini, hata submission zetu hatuja file. Riggy G alikuwa amefile zake, mimi sikuwa nimefile. Kaambiwa lazima tusikize. Kesho yake nikaambiwa sonko nyumbani, haufai kufai. Mheshimiwa former deputy president, nimeona kiti ilikuwa imewekwa hapo, uonekane uko peke yako. Hauko peke yako, tuko pamoja. Umekuja kuendeleza na dada yetu. Kwenye kuogopa, wacha waogope. Sisi hatutakukataa. Ulikuwa deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, vile ulikuwa former governor, vile watoto walikuwa former governor, tutaendelea kukupenda sababu ulifanyia nchi kazi. Lakini kwa sababu ya siasa mbaya, ulitolewa vile sisi tulitolewa. We feel you, former deputy president. Liwe liwalo, mwenye kuja kutaka kunilekelea makosa awekelee. Sisi mheshimiwa deputy president, we are fan of cases. Tumekaa jela sana tukahitimu. Na wacha nikufundishe sheria kidogo. Kwa sababu naambiwa hata ukishakuwa impeached hautavai. Hiyo ni uongo. Waititu watakuwa kwa ballot. Katiba ya Kenya article 103 sub article 3. Utaniruhusu further. Kwa ufupi nipatie mheshimiwa Riggy G moral. 103 inasema any public officer ama state officer ukishakuwa convicted of any offense or any decision kama ile yako ya National Assembly na Senate, hiyo ni sub article 2, kwa uwezi shikilia ofisi. But ukienda chini 103 sub article 3 inasema you shall be on the ballot because you have to exhaust all evidence of appeals or review. Kesi yako iko High Court of Kenya, bado inaendelea kusikizwa. Wakikutupa nje, bado utaenda appeal, Court of Appeal. Hiyo ni miaka ingine 3. Wakikutupa nje, bado utaenda Supreme Court. Hiyo ni miaka ingine 5. 2027 itakupata hapo. Kwa hivyo utakuwa kwa ballot, usidanganywe na mtu yote ule. Lakini usikimbie sana. Enda tu pole. Ndio tuone Mungu kama atafanya haki. Ya mwisho, sisi tunakuambia Francis Ng'ang'a, Brian, Brandon, familia. Sisi kama marafiki zenu, we shall make sure that Lucy atapata justice. The good news, tumepata tukikaa hapa from court. Tulipofunga ile hospitali, kwa sababu tulisema lazima ifungwe. Kwa sababu madaktari walifanyia dada yetu upasuaji hawana experience ya kufanyia mtoto wetu, dada yetu, surgery. Na complications zote za sister yetu Lucy zilitokea after surgery. Wacha ile ripoti yao bandia nasema hata ilikuwa ni pneumonia. Nashukuru Ngombao na marafiki wengine wote. Tulifanya investigation yetu chini ya maji. Tukachuma patients Bonoko pale. Tukaangalia ni procedure gani mtu anafanyiwa akienda kwa surgery. Kawaida kila hospitali lazima uangalie kama uko na pressure, kama uko na any condition, pneumonia. Ukiwa na hiyo condition upeleke surgery. So complications za dada yetu zilitoka na hii hospitali Bonoko. Body by design, bado wanajiita Omnicare. Na post-mortem report ya Dr. Johansson ilisema the cause of death ni perforation of the intestines, ndio ilileta shida kwa dada yetu. Walitoboa mashimo makubwa ndani ya intestines zake, walimdischarge after 4 days, wakamwambia ende nyumbani. Kufika nyumbani kila kitu ilipasuka, uchafu kajaa kwa tumbo, damu kila mahali. Ndio kina Ng'ang'a na Brian walipona hiyo, wakakimbisha dada yetu Nairobi Hospital. Tumeona siasa mbaya, mawakili wanaanza kucheza ati Nairobi Hospital ndio ilifanya dada yetu akufe. No, tuko na postmortem na inaongea ukweli, na nashukuru wananchi wa Nairobi tulishikana tukahakikisha hiyo hospitali imefungwa na serikali wakaifunga. Wametupeleka kotini na Ng'ang'a na wizara husika na wale walifunga hospitali, na leo asubuhi tulipokaa hapa mahakama imekataa kuwapatia order. Kwa hivyo hospitali itaendelea kufungwa. Na isitoshe tulikuwa kwa DCI jana, because hii ni criminal offense, criminal negligence. Hamwezi cause kifo cha mama ya mtu. Kina Brian hawana mama, Ng'ang'a hana bibi, sisi marafiki dada yetu wameenda, hatuwezi nyamaza. Jana ilikuwa tuwabebe wenye hospitali, madaktari waende kamiti, lakini Ng'ang'a huyu roho yake ni kubwa sana. Akasema tafadhali Sonko, hatutaki drama, tuzike dada yetu kwanza, tuendelee na hiyo mambo mengine. Lakini sisi on behalf of the family, on behalf of our friend Ng'ang'a, hao washenzi wataenda jela. Hakuna story nyingine. Vile tulishikana na wananchi wa Nairobi tukafunga hospitali, ndio tutashika hao washenzi tuwapeleka korokoroni. Asanteni sana. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki. Mheshimiwa Riggy G, kuwa strong. Pana tishwa na mtu. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Governor Sonko. You know, a politician never lacks words. I want to confirm that indeed Governor Sonko has been very, very instrumental in ensuring that we arrest the activities by Body by Design Kenya, which is a registered business name. Do not be lied to by anyone. Just listen and look at the facts that are at hand. That is what you need to rely on. I know that some of my colleagues in my profession have been misrepresenting in the media. We shall also deal with those colleagues. But you know what the Waswahili say, debe tupu, bas. So every time you see Danstan Omari, you know exactly what he is. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to give the vote of thanks for and on behalf of the family of Francis Ng'ang'a Mundia. Before that, there were two people who were going to read a tribute. I want to apologize personally to Nancy and Edward's sister. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we shall just rely on the tributes that are in the program. So, my name is Joe Murage. I am a family friend of Mr. Mundia and the late Lucy and the children. I also had the privilege of being the committee chair that assisted in arranging the send-off of our late sister, mother, auntie, friend. And it is my distinct privilege to give this vote of thanks. So first and foremost, we would like to thank God. We thank God because He is the one who gives and He is the one who takes. And He blessed us with the presence, with the love, with the laughter that was Lucy Wambui Ng'ang'a. To the church, I think the diversity of denomination, the diversity of regional churches is a testament to the leadership that you have shown, the love you have for this family, and we would like to express our sincere and utmost gratitude to you for the visits at home, for the prayers that you gave at Wambui where Lucy's mom resides, for the guidance you have given us through this journey, for the prayers that you have offered, for the masses that you have offered, for the services that we have had, both at home, here, and even in your congregations. We say asanteni sana. I think if I was to name each and every one of you, I would be here for another 20 minutes. To Lucy's mom, I said this on Friday and I'll say it again. We wouldn't have had such an angel, such a person as was Lucy Wambui Ng'ang'a without you, without your sacrifice, without your input, without your guidance, without your mothering. So, asanti sana. To Francis Ng'ang'a Mundia, you enabled Lucy, you empowered Lucy, you loved Lucy. She was because you were together. So we want to thank you for everything that you did and everything that you were to your lovely wife. To the children, Brian, James, Masha, Angel, Brandon, thank you so much for being the absolute delight to your mother and your father, for being there with her. And I want to thank you in advance for carrying on her legacy. Because every time your dad looks at you, he sees her in all of you. And my message to you in addition is let us carry on that legacy. Let us build on that foundation that she has set for you, because your mother was quite the industrious businesswoman. So it's a challenge. We here who are her friends, we will also be there to stand with you, but let us remain united. And though your father may be there, the powerhouse that he is, his foundation has been shaken. So you need to reinforce the same. But thank you very much for who you are to your mom. In a special way, the family wishes to appreciate Edward Gitau. For those who don't know Edward, he stood here and he read his tribute, and that on behalf of Lucy's siblings. Edward was Lucy's right-hand person. If you wanted to speak with Lucy, if you couldn't find her, you'd reach out to Issa. Even now, as we are taking the necessary steps that we are taking to bring the people who are responsible for Lucy's death to book, Issa is an integral person to help us ensure that everything that Lucy did and caused her to undergo what she underwent, Issa is there to give us that support. So Issa, thank you for who you are, and note that this family appreciates you tremendously. To the friends and colleagues of Lucy, Eunice and her gang, receive thanks from the family for the peace that you gave Lucy, for the communion and companionship that you gave Lucy. And I offer unsolicited advice, please. Lucy is now these 4 children here. Let us continue that communion and companionship. To the staff who worked with Lucy at her various businesses, at their home in Diani, their home in Lavington, the farm in Kitengela, we thank you for supporting Lucy to become the business powerhouse that she equally was, and growing her as an individual in her own right. So asanteni sana. In a special way, I want to thank the doctors at Nairobi Hospital. Aspersions have been cast, but I want to say categorically, the doctors at Nairobi Hospital went above and beyond to try and reverse whatever had been done at Body by Design Kenya. Dr. Khan, Dr. Kioma, Dr. Gadhua, and all the doctors that formed part of that team, asanteni sana. If you can hear us, we say thank you. You tried your best and we appreciate you. And Nairobi Hospital, we appreciate you. I also want to say that the Kenya Association of Plastic Surgeons, the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council, Dr. Johansen Odwor, Dr. Ndongo, and all those who took their time and came to assist us discover the exact cause of Lucy's demise, we say thank you. The KMPDC in the company of the Kenya Association of Plastic Surgeons were together with Governor Sonko that night that clinic was shut down. And I saw their passion and I saw their drive, and I can assure you the professional bodies regulating medicine in this country, former Deputy President, as you said, they have said they will stand with the family of Francis Ng'ang'a Mundia. So we want to thank them in a special way. To Mr. Mundia's friends, starting with Cyrus. Cyrus has always been with Ng'ang'a through this journey. We wish to appreciate you in your own right. Mr. Dennis Mombo of Mwananchi Credit and his wife Stella receive the gratitude of Mr. Mundia. You know what you did, continue to do. You are appreciated as a friend and partner. Mr. Morigo, who is represented here by his lovely wife, if I'm not wrong, kindly pass on our gratitude to Mr. Morigo and the entire family for the support that you showed us through this journey. Mr. Imran, Mr. Somo, Governor Sonko once again, Mr. Gumbao, and any other friend who I may have left out. Note that your individual contributions in cash, in kind, in support, in love, in messages were well received, appreciated, and shall be reciprocated. So thank you very, very much. To the committee that enabled us have with my vice Bundi, we want to thank you individually. And I'll take this slight moment to apologize if I've stepped on your toes. It is unfortunate my profession makes me Hitler-esque in how I run my meetings and my committees that I sit on. So it wasn't intended, but shall be repeated if the goal is to ensure that we do the right thing at all times. So asanteni sana. So asanteni sana. To our service providers, this dome tent, that's Tentology, we appreciate you. And the reason I mention them is because they gave us a substantial waiver on some of their fees. So thank you very much, Alan Joroge. We appreciate Pajero from Kitengela, who gave us goats and cows. From Mama B, who assisted us deal with the flowers. Ng'ang'a's sisters, Pauline, Nancy, and everyone at home who have enabled a seamless transition. We thank you. To the leaders who have come here today, led by Deputy President, former Rigathi Gachagua, we thank you for your time. We thank you for your messages to Mr. Mundia and the family. We thank you for your companionship, and this extends to all of you, Millicent, and all of you who are here today. You have taken your time to come and condole with the family, step aside from politics. We are now one to be here for this family in their support. So asanteni sana. And because you're going to live here for your various responsibilities, remember that we wouldn't be here were it not for a con man and a con woman masquerading as a clinic, attempting to carry out procedures and or be licensed to carry out procedures without the necessary regulation. So all of you leaders who are here with the platforms that you have, don't leave it all to Sonko. Let us also take something from here, that when you go back to your various responsibilities, you will remember what happened to Lucy Wambui Ng'ang'a. She is not going to be a memory. She is not going to be a statistic. If you are a leader, lead. And part of being a leader is ensuring that your flock is protected from all wolves, even those wearing sheep's clothing under the name and design of Body by Design. To all well-wishers and all attendees here, Negado na Murathimo, you have taken your time to come and condole with the family. You have taken your time to send messages. You have taken your time to flood the M-Pesa pay bill that we gave. You have taken the time to shout about the demise of Lucy Wambui Ng'ang'a on all your platforms. To the media houses, Citizen, The Star, Waruru Washira, Kiprono Kitoni, and others who have taken a keen interest to ensure that this message is sent out there to our sisters. We thank you and we ask that you amplify this message. That we must seek medical assistance and procedures in the right forums, with the right professionals. Let us question all those adverts you see on your Instagram and all other forms of social media. Question, ask for credentials. So, with those few remarks, if there's anyone I have forgotten to mention, note that the gratitude that this family holds is immeasurable, and it is proffered unequivocally to each and every one of you. And as we go forward, because we are going to get to the bottom of this, Mr. Francis Ng'ang'a Mundia has declared that anyone who has ever been affected by Body by Design, Omnicare Medical Limited, and anyone related to these businesses and these individuals, if you require legal assistance, the family shall pay for it. It is time to come out of the woodwork. It is time to allay your concerns. So please, come forward. You will be assisted. Yes. I have just been reminded that there is support that we have been given from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, led by Mohammed Amin, and the Director of Homicide Investigations at the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, Mr. Nyuguto, who we met. We want to thank them for their swift action. Even yesterday evening, they visited Lee Funeral Home to gather data. So we also want to extend our gratitude for and on behalf of the family of Lucy Wambui Ng'ang'a. And with those few remarks, Church, apologies if I've taken too long. I hand over the same, but I would also like to thank the MC, Kamau, for his excellent service. So ladies and gentlemen, I hand it over to the church. Asanteni sana na mubarikiwe. Na musisahau hii familia itahitaji maombi na support yenu kwenda mbele.
So thank you very much. Tumewakaisha sana. We didn't intend to be here at this time, but mtusamehe tu. So we wanted to do one thing and then we go. We are going to request the choir give us a short song as now we invite the clergy and Reverend David, who will be praying for the family. And
Jambo, kama unavyoona mimi ni mkulima na hili shamba langu nilinunua kutoka kwa Mawega Company Limited. Iwapo uko hapo nje unatafuta shamba ya kulima, kama ni ndogo ama shamba kubwa, njoo kwa Mawega Company Limited na utapata shamba kama hili langu.
Tutembelee Kasarani, Max Plaza, orofa ya 3, karibu na kituo cha polisi cha Kasarani, au wasiliana nasi kwa nambari 0798555444. Mawega Company Limited, turning tenants into landlords.